All right, welcome to episode 37 of Flight Room. I just want to first off say thank you for the participation we had on our previous episode 36. We had a lot of good feedback. We got a lot of good comments. So if you are watching, you're watching live. We appreciate the participation. Definitely throw some questions out there. And your opinions, because we love the feedback. We want to make sure we're getting everybody's perspective after we voice our opinions as well. Just want to welcome my man Remy, please. He's over here looking fresh with the Nike gear on. I think is that Nike, bro?
Yeah, Nike SB.
Okay. I see my man Lighthouse looking fresh over there. Got the hoodie on. I think it's the hoodie day today, man. It's all hoodies.
Yeah, man.
What's up with you, Lighthouse? Yes, sir. Which leads me to make sure everybody, if you want to inquire about our flight room gear, we definitely have hoodies for hoodie season, and you can just mention in the comments if you want some gear. The dudes could get some gear. I know females love to wear our stuff around the house too. Oh, there you go, right there, plug. So
socks,
got everything. So we even got gear for the beautiful females. So
and the kids.
All right. So my man Say Al, how are you doing, good sir?
I don't think he hear you, but
okay. Well, my man Say Al got the hoodie on. He knows it's hoodie season. We hoodied up out here. Let me go into the first topic. I don't see it, guys. Where is it
at? What you thinking? Fuck it. What's going on in the news right now?
Yeah, what's going on in the news right now? So we got Trump rioters inside the Capitol building. Yeah, it was a bunch of rioters and they said protesters, but it was definitely looking like a riot. People was breaking inside the actual Capitol building itself. Never seen anything like it. I guess the signs of the times. It's funny how we had two opposing sides, and it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's one side was going against law enforcement, I guess you could say, but then the same side that was supposedly supporting law enforcement was going against law enforcement. So it's just an interesting thing to see. All that stuff that was going on down in DC today. But did y'all see any of the news? Did y'all see that stuff?
Yeah. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's goofy. So, like, what is the importance of today? Why are they doing all this? Somebody catch me up.
I guess they're protesting the inauguration, right?
Isn't that a week away?
Because obviously a lot of people thought that Trump, the election was stolen from Trump. So I guess they was protesting Biden going into office.
Yeah, so, today.
But the thing at the end of the day, you said what?
I was going to say today the votes were counted in Georgia, and so we got the two senators as well for Democrat Party in Georgia. So they counted the votes, and we have the Senate. So the Democrats, but the Democrats have the Senate. So we actually hold, we hold that power. I think we haven't had the Senate in a while, but we hold that power as far as voting on bills and passing laws, and that's a big deal. So once they projected us to win, that's when Trump gave a message saying, I don't want to quote him because I don't know exactly what he said. I listened to it hours ago, but it was basically like, thanks everybody for your support. We're gonna march and show our faces, and blah 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 blah. And he basically gave them the go ahead to go down to the Capitol and do whatever they want. So that's how I see it started.
So you saying he orchestrated this?
Yeah, pretty much.
He told people to go down to the Capitol and storm.
Yes.
He said not the way that you just said it, but yes.
He said we're marching down. Yeah, he said we're marching down to the Capitol, and then we're marching down to the Capitol. Like he gave his little speech today, and he said we're marching down to the Capitol from Pennsylvania Avenue to let the Republicans know. And of course, I'm paraphrasing, but to let the Republicans know, some Republicans are good Republicans, but to let the Republicans know that we have their support and we're fighting for them, even when they weren't fighting for us.
Yeah, Biden called him out on it too.
So hold on, he's saying Republicans that don't support him.
Yeah, because even when at Pence today too.
Who? Oh, Pence.
Yeah, he's unloading the clip. Like it ain't like he's unloading the clip. It ain't even just like whatever.
I think all this shit is like theatrics as usual. It's just, distraction.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And if you think about it, it's almost like somebody not admitting that they lost. Like, you know what I mean? Like I always relate it to when you get in a fight and your story is that you know.
Oh, you got a couple hits in.
Yeah, you got a couple hits in, or even, or your perspective. You won, and then everybody else be like, "Nah, man, I was dead." Like you got your butt whooped. Like stop playing. So that's just how I look at it. I feel like Trump is just a sore loser, man.
I did see that he got banned from Twitter.
Yeah,
for like the night.
Well, if he didn't take down like some inaccurate tweets or something.
What was said? Because when I went on his John, I only seen like 2 tweets, and this don't sound like he's enticing like a riot or anything. It said, boom, like he's saying like stay peaceful.
That was after they was already in that bitch.
That was after he gave the whole decree to go march.
But was they busting shit up at this point?
Yes, they was already in there.
At 2:38,
yes, they was already they was in that joint for a minute.
Yeah, they took over there.
No violence.
Did you see that picture where they was drawing the guns on the people that was breaking through the door? You see that picture?
Yeah, I think I got that somewhere.
Yeah, because the Republicans actually. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, here we go.
Well, that one right there. All this to accomplish what?
Right.
If you look at that second row, it's actually people just laying down on the floor, like.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. So it was like Republicans and stuff like scared.
What did they think was gonna happen? Like they were just gonna like carry their bodies out? I don't know, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like all this, and then what? Then you gonna go back to work tomorrow? It's like, right.
Who gave all these? But like, these aren't like all local people. People came like cross country to do this shit, right?
From all over, yeah.
They said the report earlier, right before, probably like 7:00 or something like that, before we came on, was that they had 12 people arrested, but all of them were from out of town, and they had some more people detained.
Yeah, there's a couple people injured too, man. Like, I'm laughing about it too, but I don't want to take lightly like some of the people that was actually in that area in DC. Even some of the minorities and things of that nature that actually did get injured. There's a lot of reports that people were injured and heading to the hospital and stuff like that. So
yeah, I seen that one lady got shot and she died.
Yeah. She took an L. That video was crazy. She flew back like 5 feet.
This is crazy.
But I also seen the videos when they was like out just outside the barricade, and the Capitol Police was right there, and for whatever reason, the Capitol Police just let everybody come through the gate. So was this orchestrated? Was this allowed to happen?
And well, I don't know. That just you can't. It's like certain areas around the Capitol, you can't even just drive down. They got guards standing out there all day that people can.
You can't begin in some museum.
Could even just. That's what I'm saying. So it's just crazy. Like that area is secure all day. They got police out there all day, every day, 24/7. So it's crazy to me how easy it was. Like when I saw in the news people like busting in the windows of the Capitol, I'm like, how is that even possible? You know what I mean?
Right.
But I seen something on the news where I forgot, I don't know who called the order, but they told the police not to use any violent force. So I guess they was looking at it like, a little bit of damage is better than us, just killing people. So I guess
Well,
that was the strategy. I guess that was
yeah.
the
Well,
strategy.
you gotta think who's the president right now. And I feel like he has control over what they do and what they don't do right now. So I do believe that he probably gave a heads up to whoever is the force out there in DC and told them, hey, let them do what they do. Because if it was the Black Lives Matter riot and we did that, man, it would be way worse. Like I don't even think we would be able to get towards the building.
Hey,
But
Any riot.
So just so y'all know, they say, and I don't know the validity of it, but they say Mayor Bowser knew about like everybody that was coming into DC for all the protests and everything, and requested the National Guard 2 days ago. She requested the National Guard, but that request was denied. And then even today, when they were like going through everything at the Capitol, she requested the National Guard again, but that job was denied again. It wasn't until Mike Pence actually allegedly, I'm just going with allegedly Mike Pence like activated the National Guard, and that's what brought out more the DC National Guard to come in, provide assistance with the matter. But even to back to Marcus's point too, like when he was talking about how secure the nation's capital or the Capitol building is. I think it was last year when it was the young black lady who ended up getting shot and killed when she like made a wrong turn and like went through police barricade like by the White House, and she had like her child in the back seat. She had her child in the back seat. She ended up dying. But this time around, like they let everybody come through. And like even if you think about it, like the Capitol is one of the most secure buildings that you know of. So like even as you have like people lining up to go into the Capitol, like it's a certain amount of people, and not just with COVID, it's a certain amount of people that can go through the doors at a certain amount of time. And so if something goes on, like they stop it and they stop the line and they don't allow anybody to go through. But for this jump to like literally have that many motherfuckers in the Capitol building without like any type of security, I seen one video and it don't look bad. It was like one guy trying to stop a mob of people, one black guy trying to stop a mob of people.
Yeah, I seen
they was coming through the back, and it was like, dog, like what you expect this one man to do? Like I understand he fighting for his life, but what you expect this one man to do? Like really running up the steps and running for his life, trying to protect a mob.
He was too.
But here, I got the video.
It's crazy because their Capitol building is the very like I'm talking even within the building, they got like hallways behind hallways. Like let's say something like this was to go down and there was senators and people inside the building, they got like little back hallways, trap doors, like little ways. So I don't understand how it just makes absolutely no sense that somebody would even be able to do something like that. Anybody, that don't make no sense at all. It makes it look like it's staged. It makes it look fake because it was so easy for them to do that. They just does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
Somebody open the back door or something.
Yeah,
y'all see this?
Ridiculous.
They just let them through.
We can't see no video yet.
Oh shit. Okay. I tried. But yeah, they just let like a bunch of people through. I was like, fuck it.
Shout out Jasmine Terrell in the comments.
Yeah. I mean, just I don't know. It's just, another part of the theater.
Yeah.
And then, your boy had to comment, Sean King. They were planning to take hostages.
Oh yeah, he on zip ties and shit.
Yeah. To do what? Like, what are they gonna do?
Anybody explain to me what the end game in all this was?
Right. They was gonna take a hostage and then Trump was gonna be president. Like that don't make sense.
Why does that look like the opening?
You know what I'm saying? Like
the opening scene of Tenet
to a movie.
Oh yeah.
Why does that look exactly like
I'm
that?
just saying, like, okay,
We live in a Twilight world.
you caused chaos, you created, what I'm saying, a big fuss, you broke some windows, but then after that, now what? What's what I'm saying? Like, what's the what are you trying to do here? It makes no sense. Okay, you walking around the White House with a Confederate flag. Okay, now what?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And look at homeboy who walking around with the flag. Like, does he really look at him? Come on, man. Just think about the education level. Like, think about this shit. You can't take these people seriously, man.
Yeah, that's just for sure.
Mm.
So all in all, do y'all think Trumpito is gonna be at his is he gonna be at the inauguration? Is he gonna be peaceful? Like he told his people to be peaceful?
Fuck no. Fuck
Yeah,
no to
he's-
both.
Huh?
Yeah, I think the big test is gonna be on the 20th. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be crazy, man. Like, cause I don't know if y'all remember, but Biden said if he doesn't leave peacefully, that's what the special forces and the DC police is for. He's like, he ain't playing them games. So that's gonna be interesting.
That shit ain't gonna happen because that would be for sure like a real race type of conflict. People,
Race.
Still, I think he's gonna try something.
Yeah.
He'll be will he be able to tweet by then? He'll just live tweet from like a limo out back or something.
I mean, it don't make sense for him not to show up. I mean, if he do show up, he's not gonna make it about him. He's gonna show up because he probably does want to run again in like 2024, and he's got to like clean up his image if he want to be for real about it. So I think he will show up.
How much money would you bet on that? Not even how much money would you bet on that? What's your
What you mean by show up? What do you mean by show up? You think he's gonna do the whole inauguration and like do the handoff and everything? That's what you thinking?
Yeah, I think he.
Oh.
I think he has to get back in there.
Okay.
I think he has to. If he's serious about running again. If he's serious. But I think
he's like 70 something.
Right, he is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about to say.
How
What
old is he
percentage
now?
are you going at for 70%? Oh.
70 what?
He's gonna be like 80. I mean, like, ain't he like?
Yeah.
How old is he right now?
Okay, how old is Biden? Where the fuck is Biden? I haven't seen that nigga since like since the election. Yeah.
No, Biden posted video today.
74.
Did he?
But I haven't seen much of him since the election and shit.
Biden posted a video. He was in Delaware, but he pretty much like went at Trump.
That nigga probably getting like stem cell rejuvenation.
Oh yeah, you
all type of
already.
shit.
He is. Did you see his skin? You can tell. His skin, like, it looked like he got some sort of like they did something. They did something to his skin. Like, it looked better than he was doing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think Trump is going to take like 4 years off. If he's smart, I think he's going to do like some type of his own type of media platform because he's all like the media is his biggest enemy. He's going to like, he has to start some type of media jump and then he's going to try to run again 2024.
I feel like he already started his plan for his own media jump.
For real?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know if it's a name. I don't know if he has a name for it, but I definitely feel like it's already planned and it works. Like at least some of the stuff that I saw, they said he like even some of the money that he's received from the Stop the Steal was going towards his media company, and it was as a matter of fact it was something that something with his child, I believe, something with his child. Let me find out.
Well, while you look that up, I know he did mention that he actually, I think he put fillers out there to see how much he can get from each meeting that each speech that he holds.
Oh yeah, that's where the bread at.
And yeah, they said that he will be the highest grossing ex-president as far as speeches go. I think he gets like 1.2 million per speech. So he was saying, this is just what I was reading from, some of these articles. He was saying that he's going to campaign and hold speeches throughout some of these countries that are red And if you think about it, like if he does that and gets all that momentum for the next 4 years, that's gonna be crazy too. And he's making 1.2 million every speech. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shit, man. He.
Oh, this is crazy.
But yeah, it's gonna get even crazier. You said the Democrats got the Senate, and then they got their man in the office. Like,
Yeah. So basically, it's 50-50 right now, right? So it's 50 for Democrats, 50 for Republicans, and Vice President Kamala Harris would be the deciding vote. So it's pretty much always going to sway to Democrats for the next 4 years. So that's why I think that's a big deal. That's why a lot of people were kind of pissed off because they thought Republicans were going to hold it. They was even blamed. So they were blaming Trump for this because they were saying all the negativity that he has pushed on Republicans for the last couple of years, like, is making people vote more, and so that's what's making them lose their Senate seats. So they was kind of pissed at him on that, and I think that's what started the whole Republican, walk on march type thing. But I don't know. I can't call it. He probably already was prepared to do this previously, so I don't know. Never thought of it.
This shit is funny.
It's a movie.
I mean, well, speaking on presidents and all this type of stuff, well, go ahead. What you saying?
No, you got Marcus.
I mean, well, since we're on the topic of presidents, and a lot of people were upset, with the way Trump handled things, and the president before that, people didn't like how he handled things, and the president before that, they didn't like how he handled things. But what would you do if you were the president? If you had the power to change one thing in society, what would any of y'all do? If y'all could change one thing, if you had the power of the president, what would y'all do?
I would figure out a way to narrow the gap between the super elite rich and just like the common guy. Like that difference is too much for that's like the corruption in America. Like that greed of those bigger companies just feeding off like the poor class. We gotta close that gap, and that's the only thing. I mean, that's the only thing you can really make a difference on every day, because everything else, that shit don't make shit. All that racist shit. It's when people realize this shit, when people realize that, like in other countries right now, people are protesting, as a unit for not staying inside. They protesting for not taking the vaccine. Everybody, like the whole country is protesting shit. And here we still protesting about fucking black and white, Democrat and Republican, all that shit. So we gotta realize we all in the same. We all was fucking, poor compared to them. So once we close that gap, we get money.
True. I feel like I'll probably be more economic with my approach. Probably starting off with a 4-day work week for the people.
And that's a good one, because I think people really moving towards that.
Yeah, man. And then, have the Friday through Sunday off and just come back hard Monday through Thursday, just adjust it like that. And of course, being a college graduate, I'd make that tuition free 99 with the incentive, you got to complete a certain amount of hours, criteria, this, that, and the third. And I like the idea of like the stimulus stuff like now, but I feel like I'll probably present that like to, I don't want to say a certain class, but the more responsible.
Where does that money come from, though? Exactly. Does anybody know that?
That's just like war, like how they be funding wars and stuff. I don't know where
they borrow money out the air to give to people.
They create even like for medication and stuff like that, they just create the money. I feel like they just print it up and just say, that's how much we printed up for real for that shit. But yeah, probably along those lines, man. Just to kind of tame society a little bit more.
I ain't rocking with that shit. That's our problem. We just borrow money that come from nowhere. Just borrow,
and,
borrow.
and then
So
be in
that leads,
debt.
Yeah,
that is
That's an,
exactly. So that leads me
I
to
would
that point.
go with.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Well, I'll go with free healthcare for everybody. I think there's a lot of we're supposed to be a superpower, but there's a lot of other countries out here that guarantee healthcare to their people. Now, if you want the people to buy into what you're doing, at the minimum, you can offer them the opportunity to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? And that shouldn't have nothing to do with your insurance or your tax bracket or nothing like that. Everybody should have that at the minimum. If we're gonna live in a what you call it a capitalist society where we gotta compete, all that's fine, that's cool, but at the minimum, at least give people the ability to maintain their health at the minimum. So that's the main thing I would do.
I like that.
Go ahead.
Um, yeah. So one of the main things I was thinking, especially since we talked about debt, we're in debt. Like I think we're like the third most in debt country. Don't quote me on that because we just borrowed a whole rack more. So I don't know. I don't know where we at right now. But if you look at the value of the dollar right now, that shit is like laughable. Like
yeah.
10, 12 years ago, we were top. And I remember when I was in high school, like our dollar was higher than the euro, but I think we're not even third or fourth right now. Like our value is just like dwindling. So what I was gonna say is I would create more avenues, just like cryptocurrency. I feel like cryptocurrency is almost like a balance of how banks regulate things and how far we are in debt. I think cryptocurrency almost actually like tries to balance that out. And so I would create more avenues in that aspect. I know cryptocurrency is blockchain. And so I would just look at, some type of encryption or IT avenues for people to be able to capitalize other than, having to do stuff through borrowing loans. You know what I mean? Like honestly, like if you're an entrepreneur, you know that it takes some money to make money, and like you ain't gonna do that with a 9 to 5, making 16 an hour to get like 50K to start your business. So you basically got to beg for the banks to do that. So I would create other avenues for people to be able to start their own businesses and capitalize off of what the society offers. The second thing I was gonna say was almost similar to what Remy said, but I would actually focus on those that are homeless. So I think we, as a society, I think rich people do capitalize on middle class. Like middle class is who they get most of their money from. Those that are poor or homeless, what I'm saying, they can't capitalize off of them monetarily because there's no money that they actually put into the industry. They actually pulling money from us. You know what I mean? That's where taxes and like stimulus and all of that stuff and benefits go when you're not working. So yeah, I would try to find a way to make sure, and that's a hard ass bullet point, but I try to find a way to like even that out too, like the people that are homeless and poor, make sure everybody's kind of on that same ground. I don't even know where to start, but I will get the people that need to be in the room to try to
Yeah.
do.
You need
A lot of that's
some
healthcare
compassion in this
too.
bitch.
Yeah, a lot of that's healthcare for real, like that the homeless stuff, because like they need mental health stuff, like issues. A lot of like the shelters and everybody that provides help, they want them to be like drug free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's hard for them to even get off of that. They don't never have no detox shit. Like, so yeah, you're right. It's like it's layers to that, but that would be beautiful. If somebody could break through and help with that, because that's an issue for real.
And
they out here living in tents, bro. Like I should do like a roll around the fucking block and show you some shit. Like these niggas is in tents and shit, man.
And that's in the heart of DC, in downtown DC, with people making like 200K, 300K. You know what I'm saying? You can walk past a homeless person every day. Like,
Right.
It's crazy.
Yep.
And they gotta be out there in 3-degree temperatures. Like,
they're not supposed to be out. They're not supposed to be out there in 3-degree temperatures. They're supposed to be in a shelter. Sometimes no, I know. Sometimes that and just being whatever. Sometimes that they the only reason that they don't go to the shelter in the 3-degree and 5-degree temperatures and the cold temperatures, extreme temperatures, because they are still being regulated.
Yep.
In which they can't, like Phil said, they can't go in there and they are high, or they don't necessarily want to be constricted to like actually having to be in somebody else's presence or under somebody else's rules at whatever time. So that might be some of the reasons as to why some people are staying out on the streets even in the cold.
Yeah.
And you also got to think about the shelter too, because shelter's not jail, so you got freedom to go out and do whatever you want. And what I don't know if y'all remember, but when we had the black hole there in DC and we had go-go's, on the off nights we would actually hold like buffets and stuff. And so I talked to a couple of people too, and they said that the reason why they didn't go back to the shelters was because everything that they had when they went there was being stolen every time they went there.
Damn.
So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You bring in what you do have, you know what I'm saying? You bring in your couple bags and you go to sleep and that shit missing. Like you like, you know what I'm saying? That's all you got.
That's all behaving.
Think about that too, you know what I'm saying? I agree with you, Al, but it's like it's so many factors to that, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah.
Hey, before you go out, and Shaq, you was talking about cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is at $37,000 right now. And that shit was at 21,000 probably more or less 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2.5 weeks ago. And
what the fuck y'all doing out here? Y'all better put your money in this shit.
In March, when I was telling y'all that shit dropped at an all-time low, it was at 4,500. I'm 4,500.
Dump your money in that shit, bro. It makes no sense to have your shit in a savings account. Dump your money in that shit. Y'all here risking your shit every day. Take the risk, put that shit in Bitcoin, and
you don't even need a whole coin. That's why I be telling people, man, throw a couple hundred in that bitch. You would have like 5,000 right now.
You use Cash App every day. You use PayPal every day. This shit is available to you. It's not as hard as it was back then.
Yeah. Y'all gotta put me on the what I got. I have Coinbase and all that on my phone. I even got.
We started with Coinbase back in the day when we was making sports bets and shit. It was a good medium. But now they behind now. So you can fuck with Cash App, you can fuck with the PayPal now. It's accessible, it's easy, and it's literally free fucking money. You just gotta take the risk.
Yeah.
And how much was it? It went from 21,000 to 37,000 in 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in, and I love to get in and get out. I'm one of those. Like, oh shit is dropping. Get the money.
Yeah.
Where the money?
That's the thing about the Bitcoin, because I could go on about that shit. Like I didn't like triple my money in that shit already and pulled it out.
See,
but the point I was gonna make though is it like behooves you to keep that shit in there. Like you can take a little bit off the top, like whatever you making, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep like 90% in there. I'm gonna pull a little bit out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so happy I did, because it was like you said, Phil, it was dropping, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just wait it out. Man, that shit like almost like triple,
right.
Like
especially times like now, like you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, true, and that's what I mean.
It's a risk everywhere. It's a risk walking around with cash. That shit could be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, but still, this is more of the time. Why wouldn't you take a risk? Look what the fuck is happening out here. Man, you might as well go ahead and
get your little stemmy,
jump in.
Take your stemmy, put that shit in Bitcoin, and holler back. Yeah, that's. I mean, who else? If you was president, Al, what would you do, Al?
Like Marcus said, like Marcus said, healthcare. But then I also further on Phil's point about education. I wouldn't even just go to college. I like bolster our whole education system. Like I don't think it's no reason that I understand. I don't think it's no reason that our real teachers like should be getting like $50,000 and $60,000. Like I think that they should be getting a lot more than that. Like these Bamas are in control and in charge of trying to
mold minds.
Mold minds from fucking kindergarten to 12th grade to even beyond. And like literally they are in charge of one person or two people are in charge of 30 some people in the classroom, 20 some people in the classroom. And then like even as you think about it, like in different neighborhoods or in different communities, you have like one good high school, and then on the very opposite side of the street, it's a fucking terrible high school, but you got the same group of kids that are living in the same areas that are going to two opposite high schools. And I don't think that shit is right. Like, and then even as you think about like the different PTAs and how some schools are able to raise funding that allow them to operate and have like the best facilities in the world, while some schools and some parents just don't have that opportunity. I think we should look into that, as well as, of course, you know what I'm saying, looking into the teaching and looking into what we're teaching, the vocational programs and everything of that sort, so that all schools can have these opportunities. But yeah, I would look into the education system as a whole, like literally from like maybe from top to bottom, like how much are, principals and everything. Like I understand that they are the CEOs, quote unquote, of the school, but like if you think about it, you got the teachers and everybody at a school that are playing a real good part in how we are raising our kids and what our kids are seeing on a day-to-day basis. And we just need them to be compensated fairly, even if it's not the compensation, even if it's like housing and actually allowing them the opportunity to like own properties or something like that are, you know what I'm saying, like different type of ways to benefit our teachers or benefit.
Right. I like that idea.
Yeah, give them a
change the curriculum too. I think the curriculum gotta get changed.
Yeah, definitely. I think the curriculum, even if I think it has to be changed, and I think it has to be more beneficial to how we go about society as a whole, not necessarily how we want society to go, but how society moves for the everyday human, as opposed to cookie cutter situation where as though we make everybody learn one thing, or we make everybody learn certain things, as opposed to actually allowing people to flourish on their own. To flourish.
Yeah, I think I'll probably make the best Prez though.
Allegedly. That's because you're trying to read people's minds and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
R&B Professor X.
Huh? Professor, yeah, he probably make a good president because he know, like, if you try and bullshit, if you try and come for a favor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he do.
That's true.
He already in your mind.
Yep. You can't bullshit him. Come on now, cuz. The next one. But yeah, man.
I would also even
powers and go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You got it.
You got it.
All right, well, speaking of superpowers, we have our five senses. Superheroes, I guess you can say some of their senses were super
enhanced.
If y'all was with your significant other and you have your five senses and you had to split them, remember it's five, it's two of y'all, which means 3 is going to go to one person, 2 is going to go to the other. Which would you take 2 or would you take 3, and which one would you keep for yourself and which ones would you give to your spouse?
Nice.
Tough question. Think about it.
Yeah, that is tough.
Are we being evil with this? Like,
no, it's not even evil.
You can be however you want to be with it.
So each one has to have 2, right? And then whoever gets the third one.
Yeah, one gets 3, the other gets 2.
All right, so I'm gonna go.
So we got sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch.
I gotta get
put somebody on the spot. I'll put somebody on. All right, let's go with P. Let's go with Concord.
P.
What would you do, Concord?
All right, man. I already know. I'm gonna need to see. That's me. I'm gonna need the site.
Yeah, all right.
Why?
Instead
Why?
of
What's important with sight?
I was gonna. My whole thing was just gonna be around like if I'm the man and I'm if we're splitting the senses, I still feel like I will be the protector and one that has to make decisions. So I would need my instincts to be as high as they could. That's why I chose, sight, and I want to hear. I think touch, you can have that just be him as my emotional support. Touch is very important. That would be a nice inclusion. No, that would be a nice inclusion even for her. I'm gonna need her on that. And I will let her have. I think I will give her the smell. The only reason I would give her the smell is because I want to be able to see and hear my food getting cooked and not be able to taste it. I don't think that matches up.
But isn't like
The smelling,
isn't like I think
Yeah, like I would
smelling
want to
tastes like
see
hand in
and then
hand.
hear
Yeah.
it, and then I can't taste what it is. It's colorful, beautiful food. These drinks that look so exotic. So I'm sorry. She'd have to get the touch and the touch and the taste. Oh no, the touch and the smell. Yeah, that's what she's getting, the touch and the smell.
So you getting 3. You getting 3-2?
Yeah, I am. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. It's just how I gotta. I wish there isn't there a sixth sense? What's the sixth sense?
No, that's like the
the paranormal
intuition.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's that third one.
That's a tough one. But touch can go a long way, like I said.
So I'm just looking at this right now. So I would definitely go with sight, and I would definitely go with hearing. But that's kind of messed up, because then your partner can't see or hear. It's like, what fun is that? So I mean, I don't know. You gotta make a decision. But but I don't know. You got to be selfish, and as crazy as it sounds, you got to kind of be selfish, man. You got to be. But I'm gonna go with sight and hearing. Taste, as much as we like to taste our food, I think I can live. If I had to choose a sense to get rid of, I can still sustain myself without taste, so I can live without that. Smell, same thing. I can live without smell, and then touch. I think what? Just to be fair, I'll give her taste, smell, and touch, and I'll take sight and hearing because I think sight and hearing are the most vital for survival. So I think that I would go with those.
Okay.
And if you don't have touch, don't I mean you have like a higher pain tolerance? So I mean,
True.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Touche. I think I'm gonna go with.
All right.
I think all I need is touch and not touch, seeing and hearing. Because if I can see you and I can hear you bullshitting me, and that's all I need.
So you don't care about the touch and how
I gotta sacrifice the shit.
You want to sacrifice sex?
Yeah.
You feel how I feel.
Yeah, but if I can't feel how I feel, I can probably fuck to like no end. I'll just be in there.
Probably.
Just in there just stabbing shit up. Wow.
Philip Rivers.
Pulling from deep. Yeah, I just need seeing and hearing. That's all I need.
I'm gonna say seeing because I actually need to. You know what I'm saying? You going through this world, you experiencing everything. I want to see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't want to just have the sense where I have to like imagine it. It's not that beautiful. And I'm gonna say taste because I actually love food. I'm actually a fat boy on the inside, maybe on the outside now because of the pandemic. But yeah, I legit I could actually go into a fucking like career in culinary if I chose to because I'm really like that passionate about food. But I'm gonna actually take a third one too because I want that feeling, man. I want that feeling. Like I'm gonna just be honest, like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of man's motivation is feeling, and you know what I mean. Like that feeling you get when shit happens. But the hard part about this is, and I know y'all seen some movies. I can't bring them up right now because I can't really think about it. But Randall, you're a movie buff, just like me, right? No, but there's been movies where one of the spouses is like either blind or can't hear, and they want the other spouse to go through what they going through. Like they you know what I'm saying? They want somebody that can experience the other senses exactly how they experience them. Exactly. So I think that's like just thinking to it further. Would you say
Daredevil?
Yeah, that's one of them. But it was like a tearjerker. The other one was like a real tearjerker. I forget what it was. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that difference of you being able to see and then your spouse not being able to see, I think that would be a big, you know what I'm saying, like roadblock in y'all relationship too. Especially if it's something that y'all been doing for 10 years and then it just goes away from you. Because you know, some people actually they turn blind or they you know, for after when you get older you can't hear and stuff like that. So I think that's the one.
You can't get it up. And then
you can't get it up. Yeah, so I think that's the big test. You know, just thinking further into it, like you know, like if that shit is immediately gone, like you know what I'm saying, like are you even gonna be with that same person? Like so, yeah.
And another thing, like when say I only got seeing and hearing, that's 2. I can hold that shit overhead for the rest of my life. Like I gave you 3 senses. Like what more do you want from me? I gave you 3 fucking senses.
And I only got 2. Still ain't enough.
Like, come on, man. I'm out here just seeing and hearing, but you want the world. Like, come on.
Make it 4-1. It's all good.
Everybody went?
Nah, I ain't go. Man, y'all through this joint. I thought I was just enhancing my senses and everything like that. Y'all got me taking away senses and everything.
Yeah, you got like you dealing cards. What card are you getting?
Yeah, man. I thought I was just getting enhanced senses. I didn't think I was like taking away. But go ahead.
What she need? What she need? What she already asking for, Al?
Let me just go ahead. Let me just go ahead and cue up that Omarion touch. I'm keeping the touch. I'm keeping the touch, and I'm keeping the sight and the ability to hear. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, with touch, of course you want to touch everything and feel everything, but also with like I looked at it as with sight, you know what I'm saying, just being able to see different dangers or see different things as they were coming about and being able to protect my family with that. And then the same way with hearing. But I looked at the smelling and the taste as like an extra boost for her, for Jennifer. I didn't want to take anything away, so I looked at it as enhancing those senses. But y'all are so evil, and y'all want to take all senses away and have people.
I don't know what you want to do.
Evil.
I just feel more responsible with stuff like that.
That's like when you sleep at night and you the one that sleep close to the door, like you.
Yeah. And in restaurants when you're supposed to sleep with your, not sleep in restaurants when you're
supposed to face in the door. Yeah. You're supposed to see everything coming. So I need my seeing, I need my hearing.
Yeah. And I have better eyesight than my counterparts. So yeah. I always have better eyes.
Yeah. We are here, man. So, other than the five senses, and this is
What's
like,
some sayings that people
yeah,
have
what's some
been saying a lot? Like the grass is greener on the other side, like things like that.
what do you call them? Like they call them like cliches.
Yeah.
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 What's
I guess
what's
Say
some
phrases to go by. Yeah.
what are some trash ass cliches that you don't rock with?
I mean, before we begin, I'm sure everybody got some because just being in the workplace, you just every day be saying these cliches and shit like, somebody be like, oh, how you, just maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Like little shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People be saying shit like that all the time.
Cat got your tongue.
Well,
With some cliches.
there's one that even Diddy said, and it's crazy because like years ago I was like, yeah, that's right, like yeah, and now that I'm a little older, like he said, okay, so basically let me put it out there. He said, I'll sleep when I die, right? And he's literally claimed that he only gets 3 hours of sleep every day, like.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, if you ain't, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't where you are financially, why are you sleeping? And so I was like, that's right. But motherfucker, like that's unhealthy. Like that's unhealthy. like legit, you know what I'm saying? Like I actually make myself go to sleep. Because there are nights where, I might want to get some stuff done, or I might want to, just go through like some movies or shows or whatever. And I don't, maybe not even hit the pillow till like 3 a.m, or something like that. But I make sure I make it up. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't, that shit ain't healthy to go like, 3-4 days and you only getting 3 hours of sleep every day. So that's one thing that I've actually
Ross said that's how he had his seizures, like asleep.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. Because your body needs that shit.
Yeah, you do. You gotta regenerate. Your brain gotta, process. Your body gotta shut down too. Your heart. That's a lot of shit.
I got some other ones.
I found like a bullshit list. If y'all could see any of these.
Oh. Only time.
Can you make it bigger? Oh no, you good. You good.
Yeah, these are kind of trash. I say all these are trash. Is how are you doing a cliche, or how are you? You like, hey, how are you? Like some people say, hey, how are you, and don't like answer the shit, like me.
You know what? That's actually annoying as hell to me. Like it's just a saying now.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
How are you? And then I'm gonna be like, yeah, good. How are you? Yeah, and then the other person don't answer. So it's like, nigga, you just saying that to say it. Like,
that's not. And a lot of people say that shit like in passing. Like you say that shit like you approaching somebody, and then when you're passing them, that shit is expired because like that's not a question you ask when you passing somebody.
Right,
so right. Like, hey, how's it going?
You already gone. You halfway down the hall. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how are you? Is a trash ass cliche.
Yeah. Hey, I got real quick.
Honestly, man.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, I just real quick, like even a cliche to me. Sometimes when people be like, "How the kids?" Like, I don't know. Sometimes people will ask you that like 4 or 5 times in a week to the point where you're like, "Do you really? Are you just saying this shit? Like, you don't really care? You know what I'm saying? Like, how the kids? How the kids? How the kids? How the kids? How the kids?" Like, this is just what you say to people. Just you know what I'm saying? Just like that's your form of small talk. You don't really mean that shit.
Right.
But yeah, but go ahead.
You don't fuck with small talk at all.
Yeah,
especially
I was gonna ask real quick. So, like, what is y'all perspective if y'all hold the door for a lady that's not your spouse? You know what I'm saying? If y'all hold the door for your lady, and they don't say thank you, or they don't acknowledge it, and they just walk past, like you should have done it. Yeah, like have y'all ever did that, and how do y'all feel about it?
I'll hold the door for everybody. Like everybody.
Yeah, I do. I'll hold the door. I don't know. I'll be looking at that shit like, if a person can't just give you a general, simple thank you for holding the door for them, that's for them. Like I don't internalize that shit. I look at it like something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? Common sense, bro. Like it don't take you nothing just to say thank you. What's going on with your day? So that's a you problem. I don't even pay that shit no mind. I just be like, all right, you know, that's not my shit, and that's not my burden. You know what I'm saying? So
I think.
Say, Randall, if somebody behind me and I have the opportunity to hold the door, I'll hold the door. I don't really have no problem.
Yeah. I don't fuck with if I let you like over in the lane or I let you go first and you turn in and you don't give me that little like that. My blood boils hard.
Yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem, though.
I'm out for blood if you don't do that shit.
Yeah, I do hate that too.
Give me that. Just the little thank you, sir. Yeah. Give me that.
Hey,
I make sure I do that too. I get all the way out the window.
Yep.
So I hold the door for people, but this one might be fucked up. But early in the morning, and maybe not even just early in the morning, but I don't like holding elevators for people if I'm about to be in that jump by myself, because that just means like I gotta have like a small awkward ass conversation with some random ass person like in the elevator. So like
everybody does that.
Yeah, me personally,
tap that joint close quick. Tap.
Like I will even walk up the step. I would even walk up the steps before I fucking get in the elevator where I see just one person sitting in that bitch by themselves, because I know that mean I ain't gotta have no awkward ass conversation.
True.
I gotta take my headphones out and everything too.
I hate when people talk to you when your headphones are in.
That's the worst, nigga.
Yeah.
So the funny thing about the elevator situation too, though, is that happens more frequently now because of COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like I pressing that joint like close, get the fuck out. And then if they get too close, I'll be like, oh shoot, I tried to hold it. I tried. But
no. Or you can keep your headphones in and act like you don't hear them when they say something to you.
And they will still try to talk to you though. This shit is for a fucking reason. Like this is like a do not talk to me sign like on my chest.
Exactly.
And I still try the shit.
In the gym, at work, fucking everywhere, in the elevator, walking down the street, all that shit.
People have no manners. At all.
Another joke is chip off the old block. Trash cliches. Trip off the old block. Was it? No, chip off the old block. Or
is it though?
Is it chip off the old block? No, chip off the old shoulder. You got to chip on your. You got to chip on your shoulder, and then
we just talking about that like a couple weeks ago. Like how you just like your father.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that.
That's kind of accurate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cliches.
It is.
Is the grass always greener? Does the early bird always get the worm?
I mean, I think the grass isn't always green on the other side. I think that's actually a true cliche though, because sometimes you think you're not happy with what you have, and you think it's better on the other side, and that can go into anywhere, any aspect of life, and then you end up walking into some worse shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you with that you had before. That can go to any walk of life, anything you can think of. It don't even matter what it is.
Hey, what was that?
Do opposite attract? Don't cry over spilled milk.
All right, I think that one.
Yeah, that one's true actually.
Opposite attract, not true. You said not all the time.
That was kind of true.
All is fair in love and war.
Which one?
I think the opposite attracts one is kind of true.
Yeah, kinda.
Only because
in what way though?
in the way of like balance. I think like like maybe something you not as good at, maybe your spouse will be better at or something. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Like if you like an introvert and she an extrovert or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could work too. Mm-hmm.
Extrovert,
whatever.
Hey, I think one of the dumbass sayings that we was always told growing up is you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, that way, yeah.
That shit was dumb because it's like if I can't have my cake and eat it too, what's the point of me having my fucking cake if I can't have it? Eat this shit? But like everybody always said that.
And what cake you talking about? That's my cake.
And why?
These days, yes.
That's top three right there. That one. That shit is. I actually thought about that. I'm like, it don't make no. Hey, that shit don't make no sense.
Can't have your cake and eat it too.
A word to the wise. Yeah. American as apple pie. A penny saved is a penny earned. We talking about the Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah.
Penny saved is a penny earned. Yeah, there's so many. It's like old ass sayings.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like an old trend, old thing. That's why it don't make no sense now.
But now it's funny because like it's the shit that like that come out now don't really be like cliches. It's just like hashtags, like no cap. Like you think that's gonna be like a cliche like 20 years from now? No cap. Shit like that.
YOLO.
Kill Mo. Kill Mo. That shit gonna be a cliche.
Hey, what about that saying? Like, if somebody say like "bless his heart," something like that. Is that a cliche? Do y'all consider that a cliche? Somebody like, "Oh, bless his heart," or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I've heard people say it, but that's like an insult though. So I
It
don't know
is.
how
It is.
I'm saying, how people get away with it. Like, how does that even still go on?
I definitely thought that jump was always like a subtle jab.
Yeah.
He don't know what he doing. Bless his heart, baby.
Bless his heart.
Bless him. For real, it's a lot of these.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We
We can go on.
Yeah, so cliches and the Prez and I don't know. Fuck it. Let's jump into this. If you stranded in a weird ass island and you can only have 2 foods to eat for 6 months, like they just stocked one refrigerator with 2 foods you had to eat for 6 months, what would it be?
See, this one, this is.
Eating that shit all the time for 6 months, you won't be disgusted by.
Oh yeah, by the third day you're done. The third day for real, you like done.
You don't got like favorite food?
Yeah, no, I know what drink will be on deck. It's not the food. the simply raspberry lemonade will be on deck. I can drink that 6 months straight, no problem. That ain't the problem. But I think
you don't have a favorite food. Wouldn't it be easy? Like
I got a lot of sweets.
Nigga, food, not sweets.
I know, but if it's 6 months, I mean,
nigga, you gonna eat straight sweets for 6 months?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not. I would love to, but I'm not.
2, just 2.
Are we talking meals, or are we just talking about like
categories or what?
Nah, I think like a dish, just like 2 dishes.
Oh, a dish.
2 dishes for 6 months straight. Scrape.
I don't know. Y'all gonna have to come back to me.
I'm gonna need some protein. I'm gonna definitely need some protein. I can't just be eating like pizza and shit for 6 straight months. That shit.
See, that's what I was gonna say. I put pizza in there because you can eat pizza like for breakfast. You can eat pizza for lunch. You can eat pizza for dinner. Pizza would probably have to be in there. It's not my favorite, but pizza would have to be in there because you can realize survival for this shit. I would say pizza, and if it's my favorite, probably have to be like crab legs. Eat that shit every day.
See, that's where I was gonna go. I was gonna go seafood.
Yeah,
I was gonna go seafood as a whole, but
and I'm gonna catch the gout in the process, but it's all right.
Right. All that fat.
Catch that gout.
That's a good one. So I was gonna say fried chicken just because I never get tired of fried chicken. And
you can eat it cold too. You can eat it cold.
I was gonna say that, I swear, but I didn't want that to sound cliche. I swear I was gonna say fried chicken and mac and cheese for one of my dishes, but I was like, I don't want that to sound.
I gotta say,
who can't do that?
I don't think I ever get tired of fried chicken, so I'm gonna put that in there. You know what? To balance it out, fuck. I was gonna say pizza, but I'm gonna say fish in general because different fish taste different. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a salmon one day, you get a bass, sea bass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could do that for 6 months. I could fuck with it.
So what's gonna be fish and what? Fish and chips
Fish and fried chicken.
on the same plate?
Nah, oh shit! I mean, why not? If I'm, you know what I'm saying? If I'm out there on the island, I'll be
You'll be right there with me with the gout.
lifting weights and running, getting all that protein.
Surf and turf with the gout.
Do you get gout with chicken and fish? I thought that was like fatty.
It's a surf and turf, like that high sodium and yeah, that should get.
All right, I gotta watch that too then.
You can bake it, you can fry it, you can just like bubble gum, you can saute it, you can do everything with that shit.
Put some jerk chicken on the bitch.
Yep.
In Jamaica.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about, some Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was spicy.
So, or like wings. You can do wings so many different ways.
Give me some jerk chicken and some mac and cheese, and I'm good right there. Mac and cheese and jerk chicken. I could probably live off that.
Yeah, that's a hearty meal.
Yeah, that's a good combo. You
No
gonna be
veggies?
full.
That's your protein. Get your protein. I mean, nigga, if I had a third choice, I'd put the veggie in that bitch. But if you gonna be hungry as shit, just eating fucking veggies and chicken, nigga. You gonna be hungry as hell. You know?
Oh yeah,
you can be cut the fuck up though.
You gotta get a starch. You got to starch in that bitch somewhere.
You can be cut up like fucking Bruce Lee out that jump.
I was thinking seafood and fruit. Man.
Seafood, yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's kind of a good balance. Fruit, you could probably make smoothies.
Yeah, you could
get you over breakfast time, and then lunch you eating, eating a little blackened salmon. Then dinner you eating. I'm getting hungry. Dinner you eating some fried fish, butterfly shrimp or some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it.
That's a good combo.
Yep.
And it's lightweight, healthy.
Hell yeah. It's healthy as shit.
It's still a lot of sweets, but yeah, it's healthy.
Yeah.
P already went?
Yeah, I mean, I had the fried chicken and mac and cheese, but
Did y'all see the CEO of Whole Foods said if motherfuckers ate right out here that we wouldn't have it would be no healthcare system.
Right. They said you wouldn't need medication.
Yeah.
Nope. Hold on, say it one time. Y'all broke up.
The CEO of Whole Foods said if motherfuckers ate right, he didn't say motherfuckers, but if motherfuckers ate right out here, there would be no healthcare system. And that's pretty much facts.
Gives us everything we need, man.
Yeah. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's that man-made shit that's got us fucked up.
Yeah. And Whole Foods, I mean, it's still like a big corporation. They probably cut corners somewhere. But if you home and you cooking shit every day, then yeah, there's some accuracy in the shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. No, that is true. But I mean, that was like even Dr. Sebi's approach and everything, like the holistic approach is what you put in your body live, vitamins and colorful food. Yeah, nothing dead. You put that in your body, it keeps you alive.
And shout out to that. I don't know how I haven't been since Corona, but Whole Foods a little buffet bar and shit like that.
Oh yeah. I used to tear that shit up. Yeah. Even their pizza is even good too for real.
Yes,
you gotta season it up. Yeah, you gotta season it up. They got some shit over there.
Everything.
Yeah. Shout out my homegirl Razan. Razan put me on to that shit many years ago. Yeah, good looking girl.
I remember I was hungry out in Miami one time, went to the Whole Foods buffet, tore it down.
Man, I used to tear that shit up in DC for real. Ford Studios, all that shit. Whole Foods, man.
Yep.
You soak up that Wi-Fi.
Yep. And they weigh your plate and then you just,
Yeah.
Get stuff that don't got bones. You know what I'm saying? Get the lightweight shit. You got like a full bill for like $5.
Yep.
like $13, and you set.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shaq now.
yeah. That is good though.
And they got the
I
fresh
I
squeezed
even make
juices.
myself feel good by throwing like a couple Brussels sprouts in there and shit, and be like, I get a couple veggies.
Mm-hmm.
I just started liking Brussels sprouts. I'm just fire.
Yes.
Made right though.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts is like one of my go-tos. As far as
Yeah.
veggies, definitely one of my go-tos. Now.
When they fried, yeah.
do
They
so
all
much
them
with
fried Brussels sprouts are bomb.
Yeah.
The grill joints too.
I put a little bit of turkey
Crispy
bacon in
joints,
there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Put some onions, turkey bacon, a little bit of peppers, man. That's a whole meal.
Mhm. It's a spot around here called Hideaway. They put a little bit of feta cheese in there too. Boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, feta's
by the
slowly
way,
one of my favorite cheeses too.
I sit there with the pool tables and shit.
I've never really been inside. Just to get takeaway. But it's right there in Odenton.
Okay.
Hey, I went to that restaurant, the joint right off in Annapolis. You was telling me about with the blueberry
Weston?
blueberry barbecue wings.
Weston?
Nigga, they didn't have.
Why?
When I went there, young, they didn't have them. The dude said because of COVID, they not putting their full menu out. So I ended up getting like some.
He knew what you was talking about though, right?
Like some brown, yeah, but it was some. I ended up getting like some brown sugar bourbon wings, some shit like that.
Was they
those shit
Oh,
was like
good.
some like bourbon spice, some shit like that. Those was good though.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was still good, but I
Yeah.
went out there for the blueberry. I went out there. For the
And they also got some good shrimp and grits. I like their shrimp and grits because they put like fire roasted like corn in that shit. That shit is fire. God.
That sound fire.
Yeah, that do sound.
Yeah.
That sound like
I love
country shit.
I love me some shrimp and grits.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. West End Grill right there off the exit 50 in Annapolis. Very small place, very friendly. Family owned. We gotta save all these family owned businesses. Big corporations taking over.
Mhm.
It's crazy out here. What's on your mind? Y'all want to jump in unpopular opinions? Y'all got some unpopular opinions?
Lightning
I got
round.
some unpopular opinions. Oh,
Throw
shit.
some out there.
Unpopular opinions. Look at that graphic. You got any? I got one.
What's up?
And all right, niggas that be wearing like not you, Marcus. Niggas that be wearing the Adidas tracksuits with the hoodie or the tracksuit with the pants. Stop wearing Jordans with the shit. That shit looks stupid. Stop wearing the jacket, the pants, and then Jordans. No, you gotta wear the Adidas. You gotta wear wear Adidas with Adidas, wear Nike with Nike, Jordan with Jordan, or Nike with Jordan. As long as I have the Nike in the back of the Jordan, but stop wearing the Adidas with the Jordan. Stop it.
I agree.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't like
I've
it.
even seen people wear I've even seen people wear like Adidas with the Nike suit, and I'm like, bro, why?
Yeah,
Why are you wearing
doing
Adidas with a Nike suit? That don't go.
Yeah, you could do Levi's and Nike, or whatever jeans and Nike, whatever jeans, but you can't wear sport brand with sport brand. Can't do it.
I got you. Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of beautiful females out here wearing like Coach and Louis Vuitton and Gucci all at the same time, and I'm going in the future shit, but yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that shit. Like, you got like 3 name brands, all, you know what I'm saying? Even if they high end, that's fine, but like, why can't you just stick with the same shit?
Hold on, Shaq. I got something for that. I know where you're coming from with that, but the kids these days call it a splish splash. Little splish of this, little splash of that. I know, crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Is that what they call it?
That's what the grade school people call it.
Yeah, that's what the kids call it, man. Split splash. Split splash.
That's too much. I don't like it.
I learned it at Thanksgiving.
And also with the unpopular opinions, we don't have to explain ourselves, so just get it off your chest.
Yeah.
Is there any unpopular opinions in the chat? Let us know. We can tell y'all if it's valid or not. We gonna judge y'all because y'all can't talk back. But yeah.
I got one.
I got unpopular. Who said that? Al?
Go ahead, Paul. Go Shaq.
I got an unpopular opinion, and I don't think we'll ever move past this unless there's something that's better than a vehicle. So my unpopular opinion is how people judge you on what you drive rather than what you own, as far as housing goes.
That's a good one.
I used to do that, and I think I still do, just because it's ingrained in me. But I don't overvalue somebody from their car over what they have as far as real estate, because I think that's just stupid. But when I was 20, 18, 20, you couldn't tell me that. Like, I was just like, oh, my man got a, my man got a, shoot, what is it? What was a popular car when I was 20? My man got a Range Rover. That shit was still popular back then. But, you know what I'm saying? And then he lived, he if you got a Range Rover and you live in a 200 square foot apartment that you can move in or move around in, like, that shit ain't worth nothing. Like, that's debt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we talked about this too. Like, as soon as you buy that vehicle, that's all debt, bro. Like, that ain't making you no money. It's not accruing unless you got like a classic car or a muscle car. That shit going downhill. So yeah, that's one of my things. I think that's so prevalent in society. I don't think that's ever going to change. Like, everybody's going to look at you for your car.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, that's a lot of shit. Your car, your sneakers, shit, a lot of stuff. You just judge on a lot of things before you even introduce yourself to somebody. They size you up on what you have, your possessions.
Right.
All right, I got one. I'm all for supporting everybody's business, supporting everybody's hustle. But there is no reason that anybody should be charging $20 and $30 for plates that niggas can make in their own fucking kitchen.
Raggedy ass.
Hey, yeah, preach on that though. Preach on that one.
Yeah,
I seen that.
Yeah, y'all bills not tough. Y'all bills are not tough.
Yeah, and the regular little styrofoam fold joint.
Yeah,
right.
For the man, I'm appreciative of everybody, and I don't want to knock anybody's hustle, but man, like y'all, if you go do it, you got to actually step up the contents and step up the quantity or quality of the food that you're providing, man. Like, it's tough, man.
Yeah, I just seen some fucking fried shrimp and French fries trying charge that much. So yeah, y'all tripping out here.
And I'm not even talking about like the food trucks. I'm literally talking about like these papas that be having. Yes.
Yeah.
They throw a little parsley flakes on it.
Yeah. No, yeah. That ain't it.
Think they doing it.
I agree.
Where you at, Marcus? You got one?
Yeah, I got one. I mean, I'll say this. Dave Chappelle ain't really been funny as of late, man.
I was going
because think about it. Like, this is why I'm at with Dave Chappelle. I think he's one of the greatest. I'm not taking none away from him. Like, I think everything he did up until, I guess it almost seems like his second resurgence, like when he came back the second time, it's almost like he got put on a pedestal, right? And then it's like people watch, it's like, hey guys, it's Dave Chappelle. And then we watch Dave Chappelle, we just wait to laugh. And the nigga not even telling jokes. Like, he's not even trying to be funny. And niggas be like, like they be forcing the damn laugh out because they're waiting. Like, oh, it's Dave Chappelle, I'm supposed to be laughing. It's like, nigga, if you're listening, he's not telling jokes.
Yeah.
But y'all niggas still laughing.
You're right.
That's kind of what, so, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't even know if the nigga a comedian no more, because when he come on stage, he don't be telling jokes. He be
talking,
commenting on society for the most part.
He just be talking,
but the observation I get is niggas is waiting to laugh. They not really like laughing at what he's saying. They just feel like they supposed to because it's Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? So, but me saying all this, I'm not taking nothing away from him at all. I just don't think that he not trying to be funny right now. He not like it don't seem like he just it seems like he's doing the job rather than you know what I'm saying. It's like kind of like he doing the job rather than just trying to make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm Dave Chappelle. It's my turn. Oh, I have to comment on what's going on in society. Let me do my job. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just being funny.
Yeah. He definitely ain't joking no more.
Yeah, he utilizing his platform for to talk about the same shit. I mean, like he been talking like he feels like. Yeah, he incorporates some jokes in there, but as you saying, Marcus, like a lot of the times it's literally like, this is
like
me teaching. Yeah, this is me teaching y'all for this period of time. Since y'all gonna allow me this opportunity, I'm gonna use my platform and I'm gonna teach y'all about some shit y'all probably have seen, but y'all ain't really actually heard about for real. So.
Yeah, but if you paying like X amount of dollars and you go to a comedy show, do you want him to fucking talk about some political shit? I want to hear fucking jokes, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Because he be on arena shit, you know, stadiums and stuff. He was doing the tour with Joe Rogan for real last summer. Or maybe it got canceled because of COVID.
To be like a Madison Square Garden joint, and they never did the shit.
Yeah. And they had like some in Nashville, like 2 shows in Nashville, like a big thing. But yeah, like you said, if I go to a show like that, I definitely want to hear some jokes, some exclusive too. Like I don't want everything that's it's gonna be broadcast everywhere. You tell the same jokes 4 nights straight and shit. I want something exclusive.
I don't know. Do you Marcus? Do you think nigga been compromised?
Yeah. That's my point. That's why I said trying to do his job. That's what I mean. Like nigga been bought. You know what I'm saying? He gotta represent his handlers behind the scenes. Yeah.
He's too fucking smart to I don't know. He's too bright. He's too smart. He's too well spoken to not have his own thoughts. And I think I don't know. At one point, maybe he was. I don't know. Just some of the shit is not lining up. Especially, I mean, the 8 jump, the 840, whatever jump was. Like I kind of, it was like it was well thought and whatever. It was a reaction because it was like right then and there he had to write something. But I think when he was on SNL, he was reaching like shit on that jump. That's all I had to say.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He was reaching shit. And that's like the big SNL's like the biggest fucking like SNL's like the biggest like democratic like I don't know like
it is.
Like, it's like one thought. Like if you're not on this one thought, there's like they even had like Jim Carrey acting as like Joe Biden and shit. Like what is Jim Carrey? Like this nigga's like a comedic legend. Like why is he on that show like 3 weeks in a row? Like that shit didn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
SNL was goofy for that. Like,
I mean, and honestly, speak on just staying on comedy. I thought Kevin Hart's last special was funny as shit. Like everybody was trashing the joint, but to me that shit was funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, yo.
You saw the one from his house?
Funny to me though.
The one at his house?
The joint in his house. That shit was funny.
Nah,
yeah. But look, this is the thing though. A lot of people were saying it like, oh, I can't. He's unrelatable. I'm like, the nigga was talking about a relationship and kids and family.
He even talked about COVID too.
I mean, that's why I was lost. Saying, oh, he's lost his touch. I'm like, nigga was talking about shit everybody can relate to. So I didn't get that.
I feel like he was current, but it's just like Kevin Hart's actually goofy. It's hard to I don't know.
Nigga ain't never been. His goofiness got him to where he is. It's like, why is that a problem now?
But I feel like it's only been like he's never like climaxed after that, like been funnier. Like the only one I remember that was funny was that the Shaq All-Star shit. That was like the first one with his coming out party. That was like the funniest shit he did. But it's still like he's always like on that same plateau. He has the same tone with his shit. Like he don't never like
I'm a mad little person.
Yeah, like even the Capital One commercial. That's what I do. It's just like, nigga, I don't know. I feel like
if it works,
you've already done this.
Yeah, I can't get mad because like if it works, it works. So
but we've seen this character before from you. That's what I mean. It's like, where's the evolution with shit? That's what I mean by that.
It's so hard to stay on top. So
it is.
That's why I appreciate like Dave Chappelle, but like the shit he's been doing lately is just too political, nigga. Like
the thing with the Kevin Hart joke for me was like yes, I think it was relatable, but I think it could have been funnier. And I mean, this is always just gonna be in retrospect, but I think it could have been funnier. But I think the thing that like made it not as funny is just being as though like niggas been locked down. And like, yes, he actually said he got out and performed the joke, but even before, like, actually, I feel like Kevin Hart is like a great storyteller. How he inflects his voice and like makes jokes and like, oh no, and does like the different things to like entice it and make it funnier. But like for you to not actually be able to go out and like actually interact and like even when he tells stories and he puts himself in other people's shoes and he makes it funny and talks about people and shit like that. So for you not to be able to do that, and then like even right before that he had to that he was locked away in the house or in the house with the broken back and shit from the car accident. So he wasn't actually able to interact with people. And so I think like that's what made it not as funny. But I think the joke had like some funny parts. And yes, it was funny when he was talking about the relationships and talking about some different things. But like, I mean, I wasn't expecting that joke to be like one of his Madison Square Garden jokes, just because like I feel like he just needs that interaction. He needs that touch point with people out and about to actually be able to tell somebody else's story and make it that much funnier, even if he is exaggerating or lying or whatever the fuck. But
yeah, I'll just say that the last thing point also Kevin Hart, he told us from the very beginning, nigga was like, I'm never going to touch politics. I'm never going to talk about gay people. And the nigga he said, I talk about myself because when I talk about myself, that keeps controversy away. I can't offend people if I talk about myself. And I think that was literally the formula that got him to where he is. And, I mean, but people still going to, he's still offending people. People still get offended by shit he say. But I mean, that's I mean, if the nigga said that he played that lane and that that lane got him to where he is, I don't see no reason that if it ain't broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's true. And he obviously still has a following. He's still getting money. He has different investments and stuff going on. It's just I feel like maybe it's just evolved. Like that whole comedy medium has evolved into something else too. Like I be seeing funny shit on TikTok now, like where motherfuckers be, what I mean? I've simulated off different shit now, so it's like maybe I've just outgrown some of his material. You know what I'm saying? His material good, but I mean just him as like a character behind that shit.
You know, got some good, smart, like fast speed, funny shit out right now. The nigga Andrew Schultz, he got like that special on Netflix.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's good. Straight.
I like
you talking about Charlemagne, dude? He be doing his podcast be straight too.
I never listened to the podcast, but I like that little special he has on. Well, it's like a series on Netflix, and he just like it's like rapid fire, and he just like recaps like what's going on in society.
Yeah.
He kind of like he be dropping,
he's straight.
Yeah, he be dropping like subliminal gems and shit. But
and he's been on Joe Rogan too, like talking that shit. So. He's all right with me.
Yeah. What else you got, Al?
All right, I got two more. One, I'm fucking tired of the little TikTok and the Instagram reel junk where it's like you pick which side you go to, where everybody pick which side they go to. I'm tired as fuck of that motherfucker. Like I don't care about which side you're on anymore. I'm tired of that shit. Stop picking sides. And then two, everybody's doing a fucking like little sketch comedy jump too on Instagram, or not even just the little skit comedies where it's like
Vines?
the 30,
like Vines back in the day.
Yeah, sort of like Vines, but like how Jess Hilarious. Like I feel like Jess Hilarious and like the Supreme Dreams, they created their lane. They've been doing them jumps for a while. But it's like everybody is doing. Oh, and even like King Batch, like everybody's doing them jumps now. And then also even to play off of that jump, like the little, everybody's been asking me about how to or where I'm staying at, or like when they go on vacations and shit like that, and like they make it seem like they have a cult following, and literally it's just like one person that slides in their DM and like, where the fuck was you staying at? But they be like, everybody's been asking me. Yeah, everybody's been asking me where am I staying? Or everybody's been asking me how I'm keeping my house so clean. Or everybody's been asking me like what have I been doing for my weight loss?
I worry about you.
It's one motherfucking person.
Yeah. See, man, that social media influence is just crazy, man. I gotta take that shit in doses.
That's
real.
That ego shit we talking about. That social media and ego. That shit's hand in hand.
It is, man. Especially talking about ego and shit. Like we talk about, you saw the Von Miller shit too, right?
Yeah.
But I ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing.
I ain't see it either.
I don't understand like the whole. Okay, that's my unpopular opinion. That whole fucking. Why are people showing their conversations and text messages and shit? Like
it don't just happen to celebrities. Like people, everyday people do dumb shit like that. So
yeah, but that's good. It's almost like motherfuckers are gonna start. Oh, say that again.
Was it him that was doing it? Was he exposed or was he putting stuff out there?
She like showed like a text message thread.
Yeah.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah, on her like stories or something.
That's not
saying like, yeah, but the nigga did the shit. So like, if you fucking with a chick like that and you know she's gonna do this shit and you move in a certain way, that's also on you.
Oh, I get.
Yeah, that's an unpopular opinion.
What happened? So it must be some juicy shit.
Nah.
I can pull it up. I don't have it ready loaded to go.
It was just basically some text messages saying she was she was preggo, and this nigga was basically like, nah, you ain't. Like he was just like he was like damn trap a nigga baby. Some shit. Like for real. She was just like, I can't believe you or something.
The wild thing was like he said like when everything was like in a like little lovebird stage, he was saying he was trying to knock the joint up. Like he was in lust and all that shit. So I guess some went south, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, the breakups was always so ugly. They always so ugly, so public.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this type of shit gonna continue to happen because this nigga is a high profile person, and you know, people like to try to control people with, you know, a lot of talent, a lot of resources and shit. And you know, she got pregnant with his baby. The nigga was like, nah, fuck that shit. So she's like, well, shit, if I can't have you, I'm going to use your stage, use your light, and draw some attention to myself. And then that's what it happens. So all these niggas is targets at the end of the day. So they got to be careful with the people they deal with, because when they can't control you, they going to, you know, do situations like this. So there you go. So this ain't going to be the last one. This shit going to keep happening.
Oh, not at all. That's what I mean. It's just, but
keeping a baby.
I just don't know. I mean, I don't even know if she's pregnant for real. We don't know none of that.
That's what I mean, even all that shit that he was saying, you know, people be mad. You know, there's a lot of people because they say a lot of fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, you gotta be better with the people you choose to, you know, invite to your life, young. At the end of the day,
I'm just like,
people have altercations and beefs and shit all the time, but
even if it is a situation for a breakup and all that shit, like, yo, they both probably need to heal. This is philosophy P talking. They both need to heal in this shit because, like, look, after that, this chick posts a pic. She laying on her stomach, ass out. It's like, damn, bitch, you already going back to the street. Like, damn, you ain't even over nothing. You in the middle of some shit, and you want to attract more attention to you. It's just like, damn, I just don't see the logic, yo. I'll just be so confused.
But at the end of the day, Von Miller, he did it to himself, because like as soon as like I just clicked on her Instagram, I'm like, oh shit, like the type that'll put your whole fucking text message on the fucking internet when you don't do what you want. She's telling you right here when you look at her page, I will expose you, nigga. Like I don't know how niggas don't see past that.
No, you're right though. You're
right there. I'm telling you, look at the pictures. Like,
just like you said, he was lost in the sauce. He was lusting over that shit. Probably, she's probably doing whatever's, and hey, that's what it was.
She got the ink on. Yeah, she got the ink too. She got her.
She did get him. I thought she got his portrait or something
a while ago.
She got his face on his back. She got his face. She got his face on his back. She got the his name on her chest, and then she got 58 on her arm.
All right, this is another thing though for the young niggas out there. Niggas, stop leaving evidence out there. Like when you text a junk, you're leaving evidence. So if you want to say wild shit, call the junk. Call the junk. You know what I mean? Or leave one of those disappearing voice audio junks. Like do that. Don't put yourself out there and leave actual trail of your shit. Dummy.
Yeah, and then especially nowadays when we got the one button screenshot joint, you know what I'm saying? And you ain't even got like just one button, boom, record the whole thing, send it to everybody. So, I mean,
and shout out to her because she know he's like an MVP type player. She said, "Here's an MVP." he actually is an MVP type player.
Nah, he like a friend. Like that's the only like defensive player that's like franchise. Like Denver put him up. Like he's like the front runner for that. It's crazy. But she right though.
But this saying like he was trying to knock his own up.
It's like how does make you look? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like you out here like I'm gonna show the world how bad you are, but you look just as foul putting this nigga shit out there. Like you don't get no brownie points for. Like you don't get no sympathy. Like you don't make you look like a innocent victim when you going like this. Like nah. Like come on, man. You just as foul. The fuck. You don't be exposing people like that.
Yeah, man.
What we do when we start celebrating people who do shit like this?
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe I don't. The fuck.
But still, it's almost like she kept evidence for when that day came.
Exactly.
She just got files and shit.
She had a dig for like shit like this. She had a dig for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like damn.
Nigga was it? I guarantee you, if I mean obviously, but I'm just saying. And a regular nigga wouldn't have got none of this shit. If it was just some random ass nigga that worked at Barnes & Noble that was piping her down, like nobody would, you know what I'm saying? But because this nigga's worth something, because a lot of people know him, now this nigga gets exposed. The regular foul ass nigga she was fucking with 2 weeks ago, nobody knows, nobody gives a fuck. She just took that one to the chin. But the famous nigga, he gets put on the, you know, they crucify the famous nigga. That's how it goes.
It's not crazy how like some of these some of these hoes just make a career out of being celebrity hoes.
Oh yeah.
And they know it too. They ready for it. They know it.
The athletes
or just exposing it.
Yeah. Like they don't have like real jobs, they don't have real, you know what I mean? They just live off of being celebrity hoes.
Yeah, what type of self-esteem you have to have to be getting past
Lori Harvey. And shit like that.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, but like I mean,
but is it, are they famous off their talents? Or are they famous because of the
talent?
The relationship minute. That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say. They're famous because of the men. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like they kind of bounce off the men. They you know what I'm saying? Like these niggas make them relevant. You see what I mean? And then we give them attention. So then, which therefore makes these niggas targets. Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the niggas? The last nigga I knew that got popping off a female like this was what, like Kevin Federline? And at least that nigga knew how to dance.
Hey, that's a good ass example.
That was a good pull. Yeah,
that motherfucker came up though.
A nigga got popping off a fucking a chick. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time a man got popping off that? You know what I'm saying? Like these are jobs for some chicks.
And he was
right.
He was a responsible father.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like niggas gotta wake up. This shit be happening right in front of niggas' faces every day, and they still be fucking up.
So you saying,
you know what I'm saying? He does. Ruben Foster pretty much going through the same shit. The nigga Ruben, it's niggas' faults because they know. Bro, I go to the Instagram page. They like look at the pictures. What the fuck you mean? She'll put all your business out there. Come on, you can just. It's not hard to tell, young. You can just literally. You can look at some of these people. Like think about it. Like if you look at an Instagram models page and then you go to another Instagram models page and they all look the same, that means they all on the same shit.
Is that a cliche saying? Hold on, can't turn a hoe to a housewife. Is that cliche?
Yeah, that's cliche. But I think that's also facts.
Yeah, that one might be that one.
I don't know if that's facts because niggas do that shit every day.
Yeah, and a hoe don't want to be a hoe forever.
Yeah, but don't save her.
Yeah, niggas definitely do that shit every day. And a lot of times it works.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
You just got, I don't know, maybe you gotta be the right type of hoe, or you gotta mature as a hoe. But that shit works.
Your wholeness needs to expire.
Yeah.
What it is like with they get to
We
a
gonna
certain
put the-
age, and
yeah.
I think this too. Like I don't want to relate lesbians to hoes, but it's a lot of girls out here that be with women, and then she realized she want a family and a husband. You know what I'm saying? And she switch it up. So it's crazy. It's different. It's whatever phase.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I've
saying?
seen
What phase of life you in?
I've seen that too before.
But I think it's some truthness to it. Like that would, I don't think that would actually be a stand if there wasn't truthness to it. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, there's definitely been some Bamas that probably went through some relationships with, you know, with some hoes, and that's where it came from. So
Yeah,
it's definitely some truthness to it.
it's just kind of funny how all of them, as far as like the niggas concerned, like all of them have no problem fucking with the hoes. So
Yeah, that's the problem.
they make it comfortable. Because like a lot of like a lot of like, I don't know, ball players be with they day one chicks and shit like that, and then some just be passing on.
Like Trevor Lawrence. I think, right?
Someone
That's
said
day one. He just got engaged. Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he did get engaged.
Engaged to his day one.
That's what's up. Lock him up before you get.
I mean, I feel like he did it as like a nigga said, I'm about to go to the league. And you know what I'm saying?
He just declared for the draft. I mean, we knew he was going to the draft, but he just declared for the draft, and that's what's up. He declared his fiance. That's what's up. That's the
yep, all in the same year.
She getting drafted too.
I feel like sometimes these ball players probably be getting ultimatums too, man. Like, cause if you think about it, you know what I'm saying? They've been with this girl a year or two in college, and they know that they're gonna get so much attention in the NFL, and it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna make so much money. I feel like they probably get a lot of ultimatums, like, you know what I'm saying, like or I'm out, and you know they just have.
Nigga, I'm telling you, if I'm in Trevor Lawrenence position, nobody's giving me an ultimatum, nigga. That don't exist.
Right.
If I'm in that,
he would have been the number one pick
that nigga got
his freshman year.
You giving me an ultimatum, nigga? I'm the one who touchdowns and win the Heisman. What you mean?
Number one, baby.
I'm sorry, bro. Ain't nobody give me no goddamn ultimatums. You tripping?
Hell yeah. Been number one past 3 years.
Right. And that's how we feel about it. But I know some of them probably like, oh, I can't live without her, you know, type shit. So it's crazy. But
yeah, you never know the relationship.
Yeah, you never know.
That's
you never know.
That's true.
But just like Russell Wilson, he came in the league with a wife, right?
He did.
And then
that ain't work out.
That Hollywood life.
RG3 did too.
Oh yeah.
After he won that Super Bowl, that shit
that
changed.
was one of the ugliest breakups ever, dog. that RG3 breakup was.
That was public.
You remember the
I do.
He had like a picture of his new girlfriend's name tattooed on like his arm or leg before he even divorced his wife. I'm like, nigga, that's messy as shit, bro. You ain't even divorced your wife yet, and you posting pictures of another woman's name on your body. Like, that's reckless, dog.
That was right with her too.
Had his wife been a sister, like that should have been messy. She did that shit gracefully.
Oh yeah,
she did too.
Yeah, I got another unpopular opinion. I you know how you hear a lot of people say that that sports players get paid too much, or they don't deserve what they get when they go to the pros. I'm gonna actually speak on the college aspect of it, right? So some of these bombers is getting 4.2s, 4.3s, and they you know literally work out, go do almost, some of them do 2 sports at a time, and they getting engineering degrees and 4.2s and 4.3s. Like I think that's impressive. Like I'm just from being in college myself, and being in college with y'all, like just think about having a full schedule, all them classes, getting a 4.2, and doing 2 sports. Like that's a lot. Okay? That's a lot of fucking effort and work. And so I think that's impressive, man. Like I know that there's cliches about the jock, and sometimes they get shit done for them, but there's definitely some of them that's gone to hard ass schools and getting 4.3s while they're doing it. So Shout out to that. It's actually, I think, as sports is evolving, it's a lot more intelligent sports players too. And we talked about this with UFC and some of the people that are well spoken and kind of know their way, have like 5-6 languages that they can talk through. So, yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Speaking of sports, right? How do y'all feel about the Celtics and the Heat taking the knee today?
Oh, I ain't
for today's events. Like,
I ain't know nothing about that.
I don't really understand the correlation between today and taking the knee.
Bucks too. The Bucks did it too.
Yeah. What's the correlation? I don't understand.
What teams was it again? The Heat, the Bucks, and who else?
The Heat and the Celtics. They had a game in Miami, and the Celtics walked off the court initially, and they came back and then they took a knee. Like, what's the correlation? I don't understand.
I don't either. They're not talking about the shit that happened at the Capitol today, are they?
Like, why are y'all upset?
Exactly. I don't know.
Come on, Al. Talk to me, Al.
I don't know. I don't know if I would love to see the responses, but I know. So yesterday, Marquette did it. Marquette wore the black jerseys, and Marquette took a knee before the national anthem as a result of the responses to nobody being charged for Jacob Blake.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about today. That's the only reason I was saying it like that. I don't know about if that's the response for today, because even like a couple of people spoke out about it yesterday as well. But I just don't know if the response for today and them taking a knee today was a response to yesterday. But
because this is my thoughts. Like, everybody's saying online, like, oh, if this was black people storming the Capitol, they would have been shot dead. But, like, what are y'all saying? Do y'all want people shot dead? Like, is that going through your head? Y'all want to be peaceful protesters, but y'all want people shot dead? Like, I don't get the shit. It don't make sense.
They probably saying that into reaction to like how those first protests were going and like the shit that was happening in Portland. Like, them motherfuckers, like the cops and stuff, were way more aggressive. Like, for the Capitol not have no type of security, that's why I'm like, that shit's so sketch. Like, one fucking security, and he ain't even. What did he have? A taser? He ain't even have a gun.
Right.
Yeah, like a taser and a baton. I'm like, man, I ain't even the right setup for that. Like, I don't know.
So, like, what's really going on? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. And I mean, I don't know what the influence could be. I don't even know what's coming up besides that inauguration.
Man, it's just all a fucking show.
And that's in 2 weeks, like flat.
Yeah.
So who knows?
But like I said, it's just the fact that people was able to just break into the fucking the Capitol effortlessly, nigga.
Bro,
that shit
even
it's no
even
way.
when that window was,
had to know these niggas.
Yeah. Even when I saw,
sorry, you can't, like, bro, DC is no joke. You just can't get in this shit down.
That's what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you try to go to a fucking museum, nigga, they're scanning everything. You're putting your keys in the little tray. They putting it through the junk. Like, bro.
Didn't they used to have like snipers on the roof at the White House and shit? We used to go down and like see them.
I think so.
Listen, I remember that shit.
They have snipers. They have snipers wherever there are. And I don't want to use this term lightly, but they have snipers wherever there are important people at. So important people such as like Congress people and different things of that nature. They can have snipers definitely on top of like those buildings over there, because that's what they do, especially on a day like today when it's one of the biggest days. And I know it's not inauguration, but this is one of the biggest days where it's supposed to be like all of those people, all of those council members and senators and mayors and everybody is supposed to be coming into town directly for this vote. Yeah, they definitely could have had those people on deck, but I mean,
Well, you can't even walk. If you walking by the White House, like, you just armed guards just standing out there, like in front of the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you can literally walk, like, you can touch the nigga if you want to. You know what I'm saying? He was standing right there, armed. I just don't understand how people just do that. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, it's crazy.
If you stop for too long in front of the White House, like, they could be like, all right, bro.
They'll like ask questions.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
If you got Union Station and you make too many turns in that circle, like a nigga gonna pull behind you.
No,
Yeah.
that's
That
just
shit's
great. Yeah.
off. It's just off, yo.
Yeah, that shit don't make sense. And that's
Yeah.
I want to show y'all the video of where they let all the people in. Like they had a little barricade and they let all the people in. Like it was like they gave like it was orchestrated. So
It
The
looked like a
Capitol
free,
Police.
yeah. It looked like a free for all, like some
I'm not
orchestrated
hearing
shit.
that shit. I'm not hearing
Because
that shit.
even when it broke that window that got broke, it was like simple to break that shit. You know how like when you break
That's
a
what I'm
fake
saying.
window and it's just all collides at like once. It was just like two little quick hits. And how'd that man get a shield? You saw like that? He had like a protective
Yes.
shield. Yeah, he had a fucking police shield knocking the window through. I was like, what?
This is another one. This is another one of those things like when what was that video you posted at one time, Al, where they was putting the bricks and shit during the protests and they was just like sit like I feel like those same niggas was at this joint. You know what I'm saying? Because they all got their face, they all had their little military. Some of them niggas had their face covered. The same dudes that was going out with them riots acting up, those were the same niggas that was there today.
Yeah, they're probably actors.
I'm pretty
probably
sure.
paid actors.
Yeah,
Why should be something?
Probably the same exact motherfuckers, man.
We'll see. I'm gonna check out some.
But I know who's not acting though.
Who?
The Flight Room Podcast.
The Flight Room Podcast, of course, man.
Never acting.
You knew that's where we was going with it. Baby. Never acting, always here. That's why y'all love us. Episode 37. Always 100. We got merch, all kinds of stuff here. Check out our merch. Like, subscribe to the channel. Comment. We definitely want some interaction. We like the interaction in real time. So definitely talk to us more. Like, subscribe. And that's it, y'all. We catch y'all next time. Peace.
Peace, pigs, big baby.
Oh yeah, y'all be safe.
Yep.
We love y'all. Ciao, Bella.